Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Shali.
And this is GottaSing.com,
your online resource for a better voice.
Okay, today our singer is Myndy. Myndy, come on over. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're great. Okay, so how old are you?
I'm 26.
She's 26, in the prime of her singing voice. This is a great time to be a singer. Okay, so tell us, how can we help you change your voice?
I want to learn how to use a lot more power, get a lot more power out of my voice.
Okay, we get this a lot. What genre do you like to sing in mostly?
Kind of more rock and roll,
Yep.
stuff where you belt it out.
Okay. Okay, good.
So you get all the technique and then you throw it away.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, so today we'll talk about backspace, because this is a question we get a lot, is how can I be more powerful, how can I be louder, etc. So let's talk about the backspace, because this is a place where if you've got a nice big cave in the back of your throat, you get a lot more sound out, and you want that backspace to be nice and open. Now some people it opens naturally, some people not. Right. So you don't feel uncomfortable, everybody stick your tongue out. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to, even Brandon, our camera guy, did it. Very nice, that was great. All right, so stick out your tongue first off. Okay, now in the back, if you go to a mirror and look in the mirror, you look in the backspace, there's a little uvula that hangs down and then the backspace comes down on the side, okay? If you look at DVD 1, lesson 3, there's a full animated medical diagram there about this. All right, so when we're gonna do an exercise where she sticks her tongue out and looks in the back of her throat. Yeah, go ahead and relax, sorry. Although it is pretty to look at. You want to look at the back of that backspace and see if it's staying open. See if that uvula is staying up and the sides of the backspace are staying nice and big, okay? So we're going to do an exercise really quick. And there's a fly. So
we have a visitor.
So let's look at the backspace. Stick your tongue out and let's just do a scale. Just go ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, good. Go again.
Ah.
Do one more. Keep the tongue out.
Ah.
Okay, good.
Now what happens in the back of the throat is as you go higher, a lot of us tend to close down because we think we have to squeeze to get up higher, but in reality it enables us to have more power, more sound, more spin in the voice if it's allowing that back soft tissue to actually expand. And so when you're looking in the back with a flashlight, it's probably the easiest way. You want to see that uvula pull up, but you also want to see there's a round soft tissue. You want to see that kind of make an arc. And so as you go higher, you want to think wider space. The tendency is to have it smaller, but that's not going to enable you. Now, along with this, you're going to want to power it or fuel it with air and breath control. So we'll review that in a few minutes. But Dave, do you want to do any other exercises?
Well, I want to keep going. I want to go a little bit higher into the what we call the belt range. So we're going up to about B or C, which is about as high. Sometimes D. You'll go up in the belt range. This is a great one to get that kind of chest voice. Get it up a little bit higher in the range. It works really well. Okay, so stick your tongue out. Now, if your tongue starts to cramp, stop. If your jaw starts to cramp, stop. Move on. So here we go. Good. Ooh, good. Yeah,
Now,
give it some power with
allow
air.
it to spread. Being open.
Ooh,
Better.
nice. One more.
Good. At
Okay.
first it was starting to close in just a little bit, but as you think, expand. Now I like to think of it as an umbrella. If you went to open up an umbrella in the back of your throat, it literally opens up like this. And so whenever you see us doing this, that's the picture I want you to put inside, is that you actually are opening up that soft space or that space in the back like an umbrella. And so every time you go higher, you've got to think open, 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 open. Eventually it'll become just a natural thing, so you don't even have to really think about it. But as you start to have more sound come out and more power and more spin, you'll realize, oh, that's how that's supposed to feel.
Yeah. So let's do it now with the tongue in, just on a knock, because obviously you never sing That's just an exercise. Please don't do that in real life.
A lovely time.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely time.
So now just do an just go
Okay. Relax the tongue against the bottom teeth. Now notice she's pulling her lip up just a little bit. Relax. Okay, ready? And I want to see those teeth. There you go. There you go. Good.
Nice. Ooh, that's a C sharp already up on top, and you're still in pretty much a chest voice, a little bit of a mix. That's really good. That's about as high as you would need in a rock and roll song. You know.
Now,
and it's-
everyone
yeah.
has different issues with the way they use their face, their muscles, their tongue, etc. And so with Myndy, she tends to pull her lip up a little bit over her bottom teeth and has a little bit of a jutting jaw. And so getting that out of the way and allowing that space to open is going to enable her to have this nice, free, big voice that she's looking for. Now let's address really quickly the air that needs to happen. Now, obviously, when you're going to have more space, you're going to have to fuel it with more air. And so where does that come from? From previous episodes, we've talked about expanding the ribs, expanding the belly, and allowing that breath to go very low, allowing the guts to get out of the way. And the air is what's going to fuel everything. You can tell by the breath what kind of sound is going to come out. So if I see you take in a really shallow breath, I know that not much sound is going to happen. So
Okay.
I want to see you really open up these ribs. So go ahead and put your hands right here. And when you breathe in, I want you to expand everything and not let this fall. And do the same exercise again
Okay.
with the opening, with relaxed jaw, but I really fuel this with some air. Okay? Keep those ribs open. Open.
Ooh, that was
Breathe
good.
into that belly. Good. Now, one problem with this situation right here is look how her shoulders
Yeah.
are pulled up. So you want to have relaxed shoulders because then it enables you to fill up the belly. Otherwise, this actually decreases that ability. So keep the shoulders down. Do it one more time. Breathe into the belly. There you go.
Okay, good. So now we're up at
Good.
E, way up, and that was
Good.
pretty. I started to crack just right there, just a little bit. Good.
Good.
Okay, now we're just giving you the technique. Now you take this home and you put it into your David Bowie song or something else. You keep the backspace open and you just rock out. Okay, good. All right.
And which DVD do we address this on?
This would be DVD 1, the 4th lesson. We're talking about vowels and opening up the backspace, and the breath is all on. That's all on DVD 1. So
Right.
take a look at DVD 1 also.
Great.
All right.
Great. And remember, if you have anything that you would like to address, you have something you want to change about your voice, let us know.
See you later.
My time to sing.